Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Don't you know here, and we are back with some more of the Greymoor chapter. What's that? That's a harrow storm in the background, and this new wondrous landscape is in fact the Reach. The Markarth DLC has just dropped, and it's time to get into some shenanigans, dare I say. Count Verandis is here, and apparently he can't get in to talk to the Reachman. What's up, homie? Long time no see.
Well, good to see you, my friend. I could use an ally in this desolate place. Grey Host has turned his attention upon the Reach, but the local ruler refuses my help. This so-called despot of Markarth thinks walls and sentries will hold back their fury.
The despot of Markarth?
Ard Kadok. He rules the Reach from Understone Keep in Markarth. I've come to offer my help against the Grey Host, but he has turned me away time and time again. Meanwhile, even here, in the shadow of the city, the Grey Host plots and conspires.
Tell me more about the Grey Host.
It's an alliance of vampires, witches, and werewolves bent on slaughter and destruction. To protect the Reach, I need to learn why the Grey Host has come here, and I need to secure the cooperation of Ard Kadok. Would you be willing to help me?
I'll help you figure out what the Grey Host is planning, and I'll get you in to see the despot of Markarth.
With your help, we may save the Reach yet. While I continue to exert diplomatic pressure, I need you to find information the Ard will consider valuable. Something concerning the rebels that plague his rule, perhaps. Start by talking to the Sentry.
How will information help get us an audience with Ard Kadok?
Reach folk deal in bargains. They respect strength and skill, and they believe in rewarding favors. If we can bring something important to the Ard while demonstrating these qualities, I think he'll agree to hear us out.
You really want to work with someone called the Despot of Markarth?
If we're to stop the Grey Host and help the Reach, we don't have a choice. At the very least, we need his resources and support. In my time here, I have heard about these rebels, but I'm not sure the extent of their rebellion. See what you can learn.
I'll see what I can learn about the rebels and their rebellion.
Remember, remain respectful but wary when dealing with Reach folk. They don't suffer long speeches, not even short ones. Keep your conversation with the Sentry brief and to the point. Once you find something, meet me in Markarth at Understone Keep.
Roger, Dodger. There's a lot of redundancy in there. I feel like we didn't need the refresher going into this, but alright. Sentry Bodfi.
Didn't you hear? You and that fancy bastard aren't welcome here. Get, or I'll make a scarf out of your guts.
Just gross. Why would you make a scarf out of guts? It wouldn't be appealing to a potential mate, I feel. The Grey Host has come to the Reach. Count Verandis wants me to help stop them. English hard.
We know all about the Blood Drinkers and the Beast Folk. We were dealing with them just fine before Ard Kadok called us back to Markarth. The Witch Rebels are a bigger threat, along with outsiders who try to get into our business.
Witch rebels?
Some wilder witch has been stirring up the clans to the east of Markarth, making trouble for Ard Kadok. But we'll have her head on a pike soon enough. Look, if you want to see the Ard, then bring news he doesn't know. Something about the rebels.
Okay. Alright, so go to the south, we can go to the east. You know what? I think we should go to the south first. That one seems like it's the most out of the way, but so far, this place looks amazing. Travel to Bankerai? Alright, that's what's up. What do we have here? This is the mine that's outside of Markarth. I remember this from Skyrim. I really need to delve back into that and play again. Maybe like a modded version. Gather information from...
Stay here as long as you like. I'm done waiting for Ard Kadok to muster the clans.
Are you now? And what do you plan to do about it? Join those rebels? You wouldn't have the first clue about how to find them.
That's where you're wrong. Connell says they're gathering in the eastern foothills.
Well, then your head can wind up on a pike with the rest of them, you damn fool.
Alright, perfect. Seems simple enough. Yeah, definitely want to kill him if he's a traitor. I've got no love for traitors whatsoever. And I'm getting a good feeling about this Ard Kadok guy already. Because, what was it, High King's, what was it, King's Fargrim? That was an asshole. And he turned on us like it was his job. So hopefully this mother flower isn't doing the same. I mean, even though it is, like, super suspicious that he's, like, not worried about the Grey Host. He's like, oh, like, my people can handle it. They're on it. But these witches to the east, who are also working for the Grey Host, mind you, aren't a problem. I mean, are the main problem. I feel like there's just something wrong there. There's some sort of disconnect. Hopefully not a traitorous one altogether. And what do we have here? Brothers and sisters, our spies in Markarth report that members of the Witches' Rebellion have infiltrated the city. They gather in homes and street corners, urging their filthy kin to leave the city and join them in the hills to the east. No normal, self-respecting mortal would trade a warm house for a bare-skinned hovel. But, as our Ashen Lord routinely reminds us, the Reach folk are neither normal nor self-respecting. Ooh, we're gonna need some aloe for that burn. We cannot allow any Reach folk to evacuate the city. Any barbarian found wandering the hills and forests of this god-forsaken land is fair game. Let these rebels fear the woods and flee in the night. The sooner they die, the sooner our plans come to fruition. Bound in blood, pent on haltering. It seems like egregiously irresponsible to just leave an intelligence dispatch like out in the wild, though. It's like, yeah, let's just leave this here. Nobody will find it at this camp. It's not clearly marked on a map for anybody to find. Letter to Apprentice Greymoor. Nah, we'll just leave that there for the time being. Let's see if we can find our way down the mountain and get this information. Something just doesn't seem right here already. Wow. What do we have here?
Damn witch rebels are as bad as the damn vampires.
What up, homie?
Get away from me, you reeker. You think a Reach warrior with only one good leg can't cut you? Well, think again.
I just wanted to know what happened to you. Was it the Grey Host?
The Grey Host? Does it look like I've been bitten or clawed? It was the damn witch rebels. And they can't tell a Reach folk from a monster any better than you can. They thought I was one of those invaders. Spirits take the lot of them.
The witch rebels are hunting the Grey Host?
Aye. Like a pack of wild dogs they were. Kept shouting, Arana, Arana, as they bore down on me. I took an arrow in the leg before they listened to me. Before they decided I wasn't an invader. I think Arana spoke to me. I think she was their leader.
Any idea where the rebels came from?
No. Like ghosts these rebels are. I plan to return to Markarth and petition the Ard to let me take a war party out to find them. They must be hiding in the eastern foothills. I don't care if they are fighting the Grey Host. They're mine.
Luck with that. Wait a minute, the rebels are fighting the Grey Host? Yo. We need to not fuck with them whatsoever. Alright, so it turns out this dude, probably a traitor. Markarth, in the pocket of the Grey Host, calling it now. I'm also probably wrong, because I'm rarely right about things. Ooh, is that a troll? It is a troll. Looks so majestic out there in the water. Now that ADHD moment's over, what do we got up here? Oh, a saber cat. Nice. I feel like there should be snow. Like a lot of snow in the Reach, but I'm just wrong about this. Because I remember it being kind of lush and green and having a bunch of like rock faces and water, but I feel like the way everything's going, like it should just be snow-capped. I mean, we are fighting the Ice Reach Coven. I feel like there should be ice in this area. Let's get inside there. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Looks like we've got... Alright. I think we got a bunch of stuff going on here. This is the Understone Keep. Yo, is that Raiden? Looks like Raiden. This is our first real glimpse inside of Markarth. Looks a lot more barbaric than what I remember. I mean, I still love the dwarven notes around everything. I wonder... Oh man. People are just dressed up in like barbarians attire. What is this over here? Shit! What did I just fall into? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, let's try this again, but without falling off. Yeah, all the armor's like a little wonky. These reachmen are just clad in bone. I wonder what all of that stuff. I need to know what's going on this side of town where these arrows are. Looks like we got a fast travel point somewhere.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough to actually help.
Alright, what can I do for you?
All these so-called tough women and men of the Reach gather here in Markarth, yet none of them will deal with the horrors I witnessed. This army in our land raises storms that drag the souls right out of our people.
Tell me about these storms.
I'm an agent of Ardkadok, the ruler of Markarth. He charged me to find out all I can about these deadly storms and put a stop to them.
What do you need?
Reach witches aiding the Grey Host summon them. Call them harrow storms, if you can believe it.
What do you need from me?
I don't know much yet, but I do know how to stop a harrow storm. I'll tell you if you're willing to help. Take some friends, find the storm, and destroy all the witch pikes and grey reliquaries you find. Without them, the summoning ritual will fail.
Alright, yeah, I can do that.
I'm confused. Did you or did you not?
That's what I was already doing.
It's true. We could find that spot payments for years.
Alright. Work for hire in Markarth. Trouble. Come on. Out of the way, please. Out of the way. Trouble and abundance plagues the people of the Reach. If you count yourself among the bravest and strongest of adventurers, and are willing to face untold dangers to accumulate golden glory, then the Reach folk have a job for you. Seek out Consul Cardea in the city of Markarth for details. Oh, definitely gonna do that. Alright, well this is a waste of time coming over here. They just want me to hunt down some arrow storms and whatnot. That's what I was already doing. I just clapped them as I came across them. But we did get this way shrine, which is gonna be important for fast traveling later. Anybody tuning in that doesn't know what a way shrine is, that's how you fast travel across all the Elder Scrolls Online. I feel like if you're watching this, you would know that by now. You've seen me use them a bunch. Like, why would you start watching now in like the 32nd installment of this series? But no, I don't want to talk to the council. We're gonna go to the Understone Keep. Oh, dude, you probably should teleport in that way, bro.
Successful.
But duh.
You couldn't have timed your arrival any better. Ardkadok holds court as we speak. We'll never have a better chance to gain an audience with him. Did your investigation uncover anything we can use? What did you learn?
Rebel leader might be Arana. They're gathering in Eastern Hills.
Arana? I have heard that name during my time here. Did you happen to learn what these rebels are rebelling against?
Not exactly, but they have spies in the city, urging people to flee to the hills.
Flee the city? With a Grey Host prowling the countryside? Well, that's 3 valuable pieces of information. I want you to represent me before Ardkadok. Explain what you learned and convince him to finally agree to meet with me.
Present my findings and try to convince him.
Speak with the Ard Sentry. You'll need to convince her to gain an audience with Kadok. I think the information you uncovered about the rebels will be enough to interest the despot of Markarth, but you can never be too certain with Reach folk.
Alright.
You again?
Yep.
You dare to disgrace Understone Keep with your presence, outsider?
Yep.
That takes guts, I'll give you that.
Yep.
What's your business in the Ard's Keep?
I bring information from Count Ferrandas concerning the witch rebels.
Do you now? And you want to share that information with Ardkadok? You're certainly full of surprises, outsider. All right, I'll allow you to approach the throne, if your courage holds out. Fair warning, the Ard's in a foul temper today.
Good.
Not yet you don't, but you will. Ardkadok's as likely to remove your head from your shoulders as listen to you, so talk fast, outsider. And remember, the Ard has no patience for fools or flatterers. Keep that in mind.
Perfect. Let me talk to this mother flower. You doing, bro? What was that? I was about to say, what the... hell? Oh, seems like there's a lot of people here to talk to you, bro. Let's speak.
What fool do I have to behead for letting you in here? You're not of the Reach or the clans. You've either got the sense of a goat or the heart of a saber cat, and I'm eager to find out which. Now, speak plainly. What brings you to the despot of Markarth?
I bring information about the witch rebels from Count Verandis Ravenwatch.
The fancy elf, who won't take no for an answer, huh? Yeah, he should have made this offer earlier. News concerning the rebels is a beast worth skinning. Tell me something I don't know, and won't have you fed to my hunting dogs.
They have spies in the city, urging people to flee to the eastern foothills.
Spies? In my city? Well, that would explain some things, but that and a vague location aren't enough to get me to sit down and drink with a high elf. What else have you got? And remember, my patience is wearing thin.
I think the leader of the witch rebels is named Arana. God, why can't I speak English?
Arana. I know that name. She's a honey-tongued fanatic who refused to bury her sword when I forged a peace with the Grey Host. She's slippery, but I didn't realize she led the rebels. Sniffing out a Reach witch. That commands respect. For now.
Did you say you made peace with the Grey Host?
Aye. They agreed to spare the city while they look for some ancient relic. Dwarven, I suspect. They can have it. Verandis wants to meet? Then talk to my advisor, Lady Boleyn. Track down Arana for her, and I'll listen to every word he has to say.
All right, I'll speak to the lady. Yo, this guy has to be a donkey. Like, for real? How are you gonna make peace with the Grey Host? Like, did you not hear what happened in Skyrim, brother? Like, Solitude was under attack. Ugh.
I couldn't help but overhear Ard Kadoc's voice it carries. Now, tell me about the leader of the witch rebels. The name you provided? Arana, I believe you said?
Yes, Ard Kadoc asked me to help you find her.
Ah, therein lies the problem. Reach witches are experts at losing themselves in the many caves and copses that decorate the landscape. It's like finding a tooth in a hen's beak. Most witches give deference to the Ard. Arana is a troublemaker.
So Ard Kadoc wants you to find her.
Actually, that task falls to you. A favor for a favor, yes. That's how business works here. Locate the rebels, find Arana, and urge her to stop meddling in Markarth's affairs. Do that, and you shall earn a place for you and your count in the Reach.
I'll find Arana.
That look on your face. I know curiosity when I see it. Very well. I can spare a few more moments before sending you off on your task. What does the outsider in Ard Kadoc's court wish to know?
You look as out of place in this court as I do.
While I may not have been born and raised in the Reach, I have earned my place as friend and counselor to Ard Kadoc. His subjects call me a keep witch. I assure you, this is a term of the utmost respect among the Reach folk.
How did you wind up at his side?
A genuine desire for peace brought me here. The Reach finds itself beset from all sides. Orcs, Nords, Bretons, Imperials, they all seek the destruction of the Reach folk. I try to serve as a bridge of sorts.
Bridge?
Yes. A bridge between the Reach and the civilized world. There's simply no reason that the people of Tamriel should go on killing each other. We have an opportunity to build a kinder, better, Tamriel. I'm here to help make that future come to pass.
Yo, I do not trust this broad at all. That last portion of this year-long campaign really just made me untrusting. What's the rebellion all about?
What is any rebellion all about? Malcontents chafing against the established order, stirring up trouble. They're a nuisance, nothing more.
So you say. If they're just a nuisance, why do you want me to find Arana?
It's a matter of timing. Since the arrival of the Grey Host, the land beyond the city walls has become perilous. The Ard urges everyone to take shelter here in Markarth, while Arana calls them away. Her reckless endeavor will get everyone killed.
Thought Ard Kadok said he made peace with the Grey Host.
Peace, yes, of a sort. As long as we stay out of their way, the Grey Host has no quarrel with us. Besides, the walls of Markarth are impregnable. The Reach folk are perfectly safe in here. Now go, find Arana. A favor performed is a favor returned.
Sounds kinky. Alright, so... I just... definitely don't trust her. I think I got more faith in the Reach witches than the Grey Host.
Over here, my friend. How went your audience with the Ard? Before you run off, tell me about your audience with Ard Kadok.
Ard Kadok sent me to his advisor, Lady Belaine. They asked me to find their rebel leader, Arana.
Impressive. You accomplished more in mere moments than I've been able to do since I arrived in this savage land. We'll find Arana, see if the witch rebels will join our cause. I will continue my own investigations and meet you back here.
Alright, brother. Okay, well, this seems like a good place to stop, you know? Got a whole bunch of new story elements added. Ard Kadok tried to make peace with the Grey Host, but they're obviously gonna betray him. Or he is a betrayer. His, Lady Belaine, definitely untrustable. Found out that the Reach Witches are actually actively fighting the Grey Host. Kinda wanna meet them more than anybody else so far. Well, I just wanna say, thank you for joining me. I'm Don't You Know? And, yeah, let me know what you think of this video. Hit that like button, comment anything. I'd love to hear from you. I'm always looking to get better. And also hit that subscribe button so we can finish out this Greymoor chapter together. Thanks again. Have a beautiful day. Peace out, y'all.